The second ever NBA Cup or in-season tournament has just wrapped up with the Milwaukee Bucks winning it all. I want to give my thoughts and insights on what I think the NBA Cup has been, what it can be, my overall thoughts on the entire thing. Casuals only, let's get it. It has been a minute. It's been a busy week or so since I've last uploaded. Little over a week, whatever it's been. It's been busy, but we're back in it. The NBA Cup finished tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks walk away as Cup champions. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins Finals MVP, Cup MVP. Damian Lillard finally gets his hands on a championship of some sort. I think it still matters, and I want to kind of open up the dialogue surrounding the NBA Cup because I think a lot of people are kind of hating on it more than I expected. I thought I was a part of the group that actually liked the NBA Cup. I didn't realize how many fans actually hated it, or at least disliked it. Hate's a strong word. So I've seen a lot of people, and specifically on Twitter. So this is all like my reaction to people that I've seen on Twitter talk about the NBA Cup. But it seems that the biggest overall reaction from the NBA Cup so far is that they need to get it out of Vegas. Vegas is probably one of the worst spots. A neutral site is probably one of the worst ideas for this NBA Cup. We saw that recently with Giannis's block over who was it? Was it Onyeka Okongwu or Clint Capella? I think it may have been Capella. Either way, Giannis blocked that alley oop, and there was no crowd reaction, nothing like there would have been in Milwaukee, right? And a lot of people have been upset about this because if this were a home game on your home court in a playoff type atmosphere, it would have been just a lot better for viewership, a lot better for the NBA Cup in general. It would have been better for the fans. It would have been better for the players to feel that type of playoff atmosphere. And I mean, that is what the NBA is initially going for, right? They want to turn this into some sort of playoff competitive type basketball in the months of November and December. So if that's what they're going for, they need to put it in the home arenas of these teams that are playing, fans that'll be into the game rather than these random spectators in Las Vegas. Because I'm sure not a ton of Milwaukee Bucks fans are flying out to Vegas for this game. There's a chance you get maybe some more Oklahoma City fans since OKC is a bit closer, obviously. But the chances you have any of these actual fans from these cities at this game is very slim. And I think that would just help the overall feeling of the atmosphere of the NBA Cup. Next, I want to address, and this honestly isn't what I view or feel from the NBA Cup. I don't think this is pointless games. Like this one championship game, sure, it's number 83 out of an 82 game season. It's an extra game played, sure. I thought there was a lot of meaning to this game. It felt like these players were playing for something. The final score ended up being, I don't know, like 97-81, I believe, and OKC finished with 81. And there was a three, I think, by Kenrich Williams at the end of the game that made it an 81 point final score rather than being a 78 point final score. And for all of these people talking about they want the defense to come back to the NBA, they miss the early 2000s NBA basketball where scores were finishing in the 80s and 90s. Here you go. 97-81 and possibly could have been less than 80 points. This is what you were looking for. Granted, OKC, it was a lot of their fault. They missed a lot of wide open shots. They were terrible shooting from the three. But still, Giannis had an absolute defensive masterclass. He looked amazing out there. Brook Lopez and Giannis both combined for probably close to 30 boards, I would guess, just those two. And I thought just the Bucks played absolutely great defense. They were hounding Shea Gilgeous-Alexander all night. They had no answer for Giannis whatsoever. Nobody else could help out Shea and the Thunder team. And this is the type of game I think that you want to showcase. And the NBA talking about their marquee matchups, what was it, the last in-season tournament game? It was the OKC Thunder and the Hornets, and the NBA said this isn't a marquee matchup. The NBA's got to quit it with that stuff because this is the type of games we want to see. These are the type of matchups we want to see. A young OKC team versus a proven, already somewhat Milwaukee Bucks team, at least with like Giannis and some of their core pieces being a proven team. This is exactly what I want to see as a fan, and I hope that all fans want to see. And a lot of people also clowned the Lakers last year for hanging the banner and being happy about winning the in-season tournament, which is what it was called at the time. I'm all on board for hanging a banner. I'm on board for celebrating this. Somehow this has to be turned into something these players take seriously and want to win. It goes down as a part of your legacy, and if you have an NBA Cup, championship or an NBA Cup MVP that contributes to your legacy and how far up you move throughout the rankings of NBA greats and all-time greats. And I think that this is a perfect way to get players and fans to actually appreciate what is going on right now. So, from my point of view, hang the banner. These games matter. They're fun to watch. It gives somebody like me who's a Pistons fan, it gives me something to root for because the Pistons at one point were 3-0 and first in group play until the Milwaukee Bucks absolutely stormed through the rest of their NBA Cup opponents. So, before that, the Pistons were leading their group, which is something that we don't have a lot of excitement for. You know, the Pistons, we don't see them in the playoffs. Hopefully this year we can get into a play-in position or a playoff position. But over the last few years, especially with this core that we've been building with, that's not something we're used to seeing. So being able to see us play meaningful minutes and meaningful games, allowing us to put our players in a position to play for something and play in a somewhat playoff atmosphere is something that I think the NBA has been great at incorporating with this NBA Cup. I applaud the NBA for trying this. I thought it was an absolute banger this year, another good year, and it can only get better from here as we continue to tweak things. Obviously, like I've mentioned, having the games in Vegas for the knockout round in the championship or the knockout rounds in the championship, I think that is the biggest gripe I think I and any other NBA fan have with this NBA Cup. If you put that game in OKC or you put that game in Milwaukee and you feel the crowd and you feel the atmosphere, the playoff championship atmosphere, that becomes a lot better of a game. I honestly thought it was a really good game. People are hating on it, which I just don't get it. They said, why do they put this on a Tuesday night? I'm looking at Twitter. Why do they put this on a Tuesday night? Because NBA Cup games have been on Tuesdays and Fridays for the entire season. That's just how it is. That's how it's going to go. And I like that they have these scheduled days. It makes sense to me. Like I thought Kevin Harlan did good. I thought Richard Jefferson was really good on the call. I thought the graphics, the overall feel watching it as a fan felt like the game meant something. It felt like some sort of a finals or a playoff game. And obviously they have to continue to tweak this, but overall, I'm a fan of the NBA Cup. I don't get the hate. If you are somebody who is on the opposite side of me, the opposite feeling of me, let me know in the comments. Of course, it's open dialogue. I want to hear you guys' opinions because obviously you understand mine and hear mine now. If you're going to try and build this into something legitimate that sticks in the NBA for the rest of its existence, then you need to start treating it like this is an actual championship, like this actually means something. And I think we're on the way to doing that because Giannis seemed very happy tonight. Dame seemed very happy tonight. Dame finally got some sort of a championship. Giannis gets a championship and another MVP to add to his resume. This is a good thing for the league. Hang the banner, man. It matters. Make this stuff matter because if we start joking around with it now and acting like it doesn't matter, it's never going to stick and it's never going to have the true impact that I believe that it could have on NBA history and the future of the NBA. That's my take on the NBA Cup. Absolutely W of an addition for the NBA. Keep it as the NBA Cup. Don't start changing sponsors. It's the Emirates NBA Cup. Keep it like that forever. The name change one time made sense, and now we stick with it. It's better than the in-season tournament. The NBA Cup, I'm a huge fan. Hang the banner. It matters. Let me know your guys' thoughts. As always, this is Casuals Only with a casual opinion, of course. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.